G'day, my name's Cameron. I work with pioneers here in Sydney, working amongst refugees and asylum seekers. I was previously in mission over in Cambodia, and for the last 3 or 4 months, I've been thinking through how best to train potential missionary workers for overseas work. And as I've been thinking about the issue and researching, there's a couple of things that have come up which I think are really important things that we might potentially need to unlearn, those of us who have experience in ministry in our home culture, things that we might have to rethink or unlearn when we go overseas, and which is why I think a specific training course is really important. The first thing, ironically, is about learning. We in the West here in Sydney in Australia get lots of great training, Bible college training, ministry training, and I think the temptation is for us to think that once we've completed that we know all we need to know about doing ministry, and then we can just go overseas and apply that directly. Actually, my experience and the testimony of many missionaries is that that's not the case, and that we need to be learners, continue to be good learners. In fact, the best, most effective ministries are people who continue to learn, who recognize that they don't know all the answers, that they haven't got it all sorted, and that they need to keep learning and understanding in order to effectively communicate the gospel with foreign cultures in a foreign culture. So that's the first thing to unlearn, is to be a learner. I think the second thing has to do with contextualization in particular. And that is that we, again, here in Sydney, in the West, learn to do ministry in a very in a very text-based, a very propositional way of teaching. And in my experience overseas, that doesn't work for people of non-Western cultures. Many non-Western cultures are oral cultures. They are reliant on story, and that is the way they communicate. And so when we go overseas, we need to, in a sense, unlearn the practice that we have of just opening the Bible, which is good and important, and perhaps one day we'll get to, but in initial contact and evangelism with people, to not open the Bible straight away, to not revert to the sermon, the lecture, but to instead communicate through story, through images and pictures, and in ways that is more applicable to the culture we're going to. So there are a couple of things that I've been thinking about. It would be really great to be teaching future missionaries as they seek to go out into the field cross-culturally.